Hi everyone, it's Tiffany. I am here in The Sims 4 with the new Tiny Living stuff pack. I'm going to be trying to build a micro home. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to go for a cabin kind of feel here. And I have obviously the little menu up. You can see the tiny home lot type. You can actually have a tiny home lot type now. I'm really excited about that. And then there's 3 different tiny homes that you can have depending on how many tiles you have. So under 32, does it say 32 tiles? It's a micro home, and then it goes up and it's different, all kinds of different stuff. Make sure you check out my build, buy, and cast overview on this pack so you guys can get a better idea of what it all contains. I'm really happy with this pack. I think it contains a lot of fun objects, and it's exciting that it's now a challenge for tiny homes. So like I said, you know, you have to be in a certain tile range for it to qualify as a tiny home. Obviously you don't have to do this. If you wanted to make a tiny home, you just make a tiny home. It's no big deal. But you know, now there's like a challenge aspect to it, and I think it's really cool. But anywho, micro homes, see, obviously there's 3 different types. I'm really excited going forward. I want to make a bunch of different, not only micro homes, but all of the other ones, just the tiny home, and I keep forgetting what that middle one is. Anyway, I was having some trouble with the house colors. Obviously, I'll talk about that a little bit more, the browns. Ultimately, I decided to, you know, make the house smaller, shrink it. I was making it kind of even with 4 tiles in the front. Now I kind of, because I was trying to center it as a 20 by 20, and I like to center the houses, obviously, just because, and it just didn't fit right with the single door, and there were no double doors I really liked for a front door. So I decided to kind of shrink it up and make it the 3 tile, and I think it looks so good. I think I changed the foundation color too. I did keep the rock or the stone or whatever. Anyway, I did, also, I guess I'll start talking about it now because this does go by pretty quickly. The bathroom, obviously the smallest room you see here, I was really worried that it would, like, I thought right away, like, it'll fit a shower, no problem. Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm used to working with move objects on, so I had move objects off so I could make sure everything fit. And it didn't fit, so I ended up using that little faucet one that we just got added into the game. I'm really excited that that was added into the game, otherwise this bathroom would not have been possible. And it was tricky, I will say. I don't know how to make tinier homes. I mean, I guess I could have taken like the table. I'd end up putting a table in and stuff. You can take those small things out, but without move objects and for full functionality, it's very tricky to create a home. But I'm excited because I've been wanting to make tiny houses for a very long time in The Sims, and I just never got around to it. I think tiny houses and beach houses were some of my #1, like, you need to make videos on these right now kind of houses, and I just never got around to it. Whoops. But now, since this pack came out, I was kind of pushed to go ahead and start making the tiny houses and micro homes and all this fun stuff. I'm really stoked. Now, I do talk a little bit more later when we do the house tour about how I kind of wish there were more items in the pack. But it is a stuff pack. We got a good amount of items, including like the Murphy bed, which I don't use in this build in particular because of the way it's all designed. And we got some really cool items that I'm very happy with. I just kind of wish there was more. I mean, I feel like this could have, could have been a game pack in a way, maybe. Like, I would have liked to have seen ladders. Ladders would have been really awesome to have in this pack. And I know they explained that, and they explained why and all that stuff, but ladders and like bunk beds and stuff, I really would have liked to have seen in this pack. I think it would have been a perfect way to add it, but hey, who knows? Maybe in the future. I really hope so, because ladders with tiny homes would just be a different game. It would be a game changer for sure. But I did throw in some things, obviously, that aren't specifically for tiny living. I mean, I didn't want to keep it dedicated to that pack. I did use some things here and there, like the bed and the dresser and the desk, or I guess the bed, the dresser, the TV, and then some shelving objects, and the carpet, and I feel like I used something else. I don't know, but I only used a few objects from the new pack. But it turned out really nice, and I don't know if I could, because there was, again, with the whole, like, there could have been more, like, there wasn't a lot of bathroom condensing, you know what I mean? Remember from Island oh my gosh, I don't remember what it was called. Okay, it's Island Living this time. It was Island Paradise in the last one, that expansion pack had in The Sims 3 had a bathroom that was a bathroom and a shower in one like shower sized box. And I forget what it was called, but that was something that I placed everywhere no matter what. Like in a house, we didn't need a bathroom. We just placed that. It was just so nice and convenient and condensed. And I feel like that would have been a really, really good object to add into this pack. But call me crazy, whatever. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I did add on like a back porch onto here too, and I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to because of the tile count. I was getting really, really close, but I just made a small porch, a little tiny little back porch so I can make some stairs off the back, which I didn't even need to have that door, and I would have been able to add even more stuff, but I kind of like the whole idea of going out into the backyard with the cabin since it is a micro home, and even maybe I could have added a garden in the back or something. But I decided to keep that up to you guys. It's fully customizable, the whole yard and everything. I just decorated it a little bit with some flowers and trees and rocks. Let's begin the tour. I did end up moving the mailbox and the trash can. They were just in the way. I didn't know where to put them, but they're just fine over there. And let's go ahead and move on to the inside. I love the look of this. It's so cute. Okay, here we go. And I did test everything. It does work. I'm very excited about that. So this is where we walk into, very tiny. We do have a little dining area here, and we have this nice broom for cleaning up, and then we have a nice little cushion seat, a little poof, and of course we have the kitchen area. So nothing really crazy going on here. I didn't add in any like microwave or coffee maker or anything. You kind of can do that as you see fit. And let's go over here. It is kind of plain over here. Probably should have added some kind of wall, decoration or something. If we go into the bedroom, I was a little worried that these two wouldn't work together, the bed and the TV. So obviously if they have a TV in their room, they can sit on their bed and watch it. So I just decided to do that by putting the bed there across from the television, but since it's kind of narrow, I was like, ooh, I don't know if they'll be able to make it, but it's tested and they do work together perfectly fine. So it's really awesome how she could just sit on her bed and chill and watch TV, and that's their entertainment. And of course we have the dresser and the succulents and books over there. Now the bathroom might be a little bit of a tight squeeze. This actually is probably one of my favorite bathrooms I've made, oddly enough. I really like the use of this wall. The floor, I probably could have done something else, but I think it goes together nicely. The only problem I had was this towel. I didn't have move objects on, which I should have threw it on to put it behind the door or something, because I did end up turning move objects on and off quite often in this build. But this is a nice, I didn't think I'd be able to get the shower in. I was trying to not to turn on move objects just, you know, in case something wouldn't work. So I didn't think the shower would work, but luckily we've gotten this shower and I love it. It's like my new favorite thing to use. So that is that. Let me go ahead and exit through the back door. We didn't do anything really with the backyard. We do have the porch here, this little porch, and let's just take a little gander at the back. So this would be nice to customize for when you place it. This lot is available on the gallery under my ID, which is Ohcluck. And here is just a look at, this is the view of the lot. This is the Cottage MC, I think, in Windenburg. It's one of my favorite lots. It's so beautiful. Anyway, I did place a few trees here and there, and I think it just looks so cozy and cabiny and fun. The only problem I had was, obviously, as you guys probably noticed when I was struggling with the colors, just the color swatches. So, you know, the browns matching the pillars with the siding was impossible, basically. So I just used that. I was like, it works, you know, it's a rustic old little cabin. It'll be just fine like that. We have completed the tour of our micro cabin. That's what I decided to call this build, because it does fall under the micro tiny home category, which I was actually excited about. So that means just the tiny home and the other level, which I'm not sure what that one was called, is going to be even easier to build with because it's bigger. So this was a little bit of a challenge, but I'm really excited to create more micro homes. I'm so stoked for this pack. It's been so fun. I do kind of wish they would have added some more things after kind of going through and playing with it, like more things for the bathroom or something of the sort. But anyway, you guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.